Hello friends, good evening and welcome back to my channel Infinite Trade. My name is Robin and let's do our analysis for Nifty and Bank Nifty for tomorrow. So before we begin the analysis, let's just see what happened in Nifty and Bank Nifty today. So Bank Nifty and Nifty both showed a gap up, and Bank Nifty, as soon as it gapped up, it immediately formed a very big green candle. So this sort of a setup is something which I like and I wanted to show you. So I'm just activating the lines. So there was a resistance in this place. Okay, so a lot of times what happens is, for example, if we have a support here, okay, and whenever you see a very big red candle coming and touching this support, you will see that immediately the market will slow and steadily it will recover. So this is one of the price action pattern. So this is basically to trap the weak retailers, or I would say the retailers who are new and they do not have much knowledge. So to trap them, this is a sort of a pattern which is formed, because what happens is people would think that it is a very big red candle, a Marubozu candle, so they can take an entry immediately and they would expect a further fall looking at the size of the candle. But what happens is that slowly and steadily the market recovers. So similarly, on a resistance area, you will find a very big green candle, something like this, and people would believe that market is ready to go up, but it will come down slowly, and that's what happened in Bank Nifty today. Exactly, it reversed from the resistance. So looking at this candle, anybody would have thought that market is bullish and it may continue to go up, and but what happened is slow and steadily it came below, and also it broke this trend line which it was following yesterday, and it showed a breakdown further. So this is the kind of analysis that I do in intraday to take positions. So continuously it was making a trend line, breaking it, making a trend line, breaking it. So that's how the price pattern was today. So in the coming days, we'll definitely learn about support and resistances and what sort of candlestick patterns you should watch at support resistances. Everything we'll discuss in the upcoming videos. Now let's also look at Nifty to see what happened in Nifty. If you all remember, in my yesterday's video, I said that Nifty has a resistance at 18,229.5, and I said in case if you see Nifty gapping up around 18,200, wait for a red candle, and whenever you see that the red candle low has been broken in a 5 minutes time frame, you can go short. Your target would be somewhere here, 18,092, and Nifty exactly worked the same. So first candle, like Bank Nifty, it was a green candle, then immediately a red candle, and the second candle immediately broke the low. So this is the entry point, and this becomes your SL. And if you see, SL was not hit, it made a double top pattern here and then broke this pattern, and slow and steady it came down and started taking support in the target area. So this is how the plan was yesterday, and things worked out well in both Nifty and Bank Nifty. So now we'll just see what should be our plan for tomorrow. So Nifty, the entire day it was sticking to that particular support. So Nifty is still bullish because this was an important zone and Nifty managed to close above it. So let's see what will be the plan for tomorrow. So the first thing that we usually watch is the participant wise open interest. So let's check that out. So today the data seems to be a little different from what we saw yesterday. So the first thing, if you look at the summary, FIs, they have future position net sell, call is just about 2,900, so we can avoid it. But what is surprising is they have bought about 20,700 puts. So going long in put itself is a dangerous situation whenever FIs do that, because what happens is whenever they buy a put, they're expecting a downfall with a momentum, and whenever market gaps up against their position, then it becomes very confusing because they keep the market something like this and they'll average their puts and then they finally bring a fall. So this is also possible. Very rarely I have seen that, whenever the market gaps up against their position, they book loss, but otherwise they usually bring the market down as per their positions. And if you look at pros, they have about 9,600 future long. So we have discussed this earlier. Whenever pros are bearish, they go long in futures and they short the options, and they do vice versa. If you see, they have tremendous amount of call sell, 1,53,500, and they have just about 19,000 put sell. So this shows that both of them are bearish in the market for tomorrow. Now let's quickly look at this area. So FIs have closed their long futures and they have created shorts. So that's why we see a short position here. And similarly, pros have created a long position and have closed their short positions. Hence, we see a long position here. And if you look at call options, FIs have created 23,700 long positions and 26,000 short positions, so which is kind of similar. So equal number of call long and equal number of call short. And if you look at pros, they have 68,000 long call and short is about 2,21,000. So that's why we see a highest figure here. And similarly, if you look at the put options, FIs have 19,600 long positions and they have closed some short positions. That's the only reason why we see a net buy in the put side. And if you look at pros, they have created 28,900 long positions and 48,000 short positions. So that means pros have sold calls ATM and ITM and sold put options for OTM. So this is what I can understand. So this is the data about participant wise open interest, and we can see that both FIs and pros are bearish. However, in the cash market, FIs have bought today. So consecutively, second day they have bought in the cash market. So Friday also they had purchased, and today also they have purchased. So that is something which we have to look out for, because they are taking bearish positions in the derivatives market, and whereas they're also buying in the cash market. So this sort of situation sooner or later turns into bullish. Now let's look at the option chain for Bank Nifty. So if we look at the OI charts, so here also there are some important things that we can notice. One is that, just a moment, yeah. So one is we have call writings more and put writing is less. Based on change in OI, call writing was significant today, that we saw on the participant wise OI, that pros have written a lot of calls around 1,53,000 and put short is very less. If we see market opened gap up, we in fact touched around 39,100, but still 38,500 call writers exited only a limited quantity, which is just about 93,000 contracts, but still the 38,500 has call writers present, which shows that there is a possibility that we may touch 38,500 tomorrow and then they may exit, or you may have to watch 38,500 call writings because they may add more and get the Bank Nifty below 38,500. So that is also possible. And apart from this, if we check this, so all short positions on the call side and put side, the positions are a little less. Highest open interest is at 39,000, which is around 28 lakh contracts, and on the put side it is 38,500, which has about 18 lakh contracts. So that means resistances are stronger than the support. So let's see what happens tomorrow, and we'll plan the levels in our charts. So let's look at Bank Nifty first, and then we'll look at Nifty. Okay. So these are the lines. So I haven't changed any lines so far. Okay. If we look here on a 15 minutes time frame, so I had told you all that this is a very important trend line. So this trend line Bank Nifty has been following since the month of August. So almost it's been more than 3 months. Bank Nifty has been diligently following this trend line and taking support here. And similarly, we saw that Bank Nifty took support in this trend line a couple of times. Okay. And today we did not touch this particular trend line, but we have given a closing right near the trend line. So that means the closing is towards the day low. So this is a kind of a bearish pattern or a bearish sentiment. So what should be the plan for tomorrow? So tomorrow I would say do not jump into the put position immediately, because what can happen is so in case if we open flat, until and unless we close below this trend line, I would not be interested in taking an entry here. And there is a strong support around 38,380. Okay, so if we break 600, we'll definitely take a halt here. And if we break this, because both this support is very, very important. If we break this, I don't know where Bank Nifty would exactly go and stop, because then the support is quite far. So I'm still hoping that Bank Nifty would take a U-turn somewhere here and become bullish. It's just a hope. I don't know what they are going to do. And even if you notice, yesterday I told you that Bank Nifty has just given a pullback, but not necessary that it is going to be a trend reversal. Today Bank Nifty had a very good opportunity to turn bullish, but they shouldn't have broken this trend line. They should have gone sideways, something like this, and given a close somewhere near 39,000, and then we would have seen a rally in the coming days. But Bank Nifty closed towards the day low. So tomorrow if we open gap up, so the first level is this one, okay, so which is around 38,800 to 850. So if you see a gap up, and then if it is coming down like this, here you can go for a put buy. Possibly it may break 38,600 like this, and it may come down until this place. So conservative traders can book their profits here. People who are ready to take risk can wait for this to break down, and I think we may see a fall until this place. And if we open flat and if we are coming down, we will only take an entry once we see a close below this trend line. So when I say close, I normally do not wait for only one candle. I immediately also look for another candle if it is immediately coming up, or if it is forming a base like this and then going further down, is when I take an entry. So we can plan an entry something like that. Only if we see a very significant gap up, say that we are gapping up around 38,900, then the market may go sideways and with some volatility, and then we'll have to wait for the breakout or the breakdown to take an entry. And I would still prefer taking a breakdown entry if we see a significant gap up, because FIs have a lot of long put positions, so they may average their positions and then give a breakout maybe in the second half of the day. So this is when we see a significant gap up. Call buy positions I would not advise till the time we start closing above this, which is 39,100. So once Bank Nifty starts trading above 39,100 is when we'll look for buying call options on a shorter time frame. But till then, put positions, as I told you, whatever levels that I've told you, that is where we'll go and take the put positions. I hope things are clear for Bank Nifty. Now let's look at Nifty. Okay, so if we look at Nifty, Nifty's closing is okay, but it is not convincing. Why it is not convincing? Because we saw that on a daily time frame, Nifty was forming a double bottom kind of a pattern, and this is the neckline. Okay, so what happened today was we opened gap up and we have constantly taken support at the neckline and closed near the neckline. So tomorrow, if we open above this level and start trading like this, and then slowly gradually if we start moving on the upper side, here you can go for a call long, and your first target would be 18,200 to 220. But in case if we open within this area and if we break this, then there is an important support at 18,046, because there is a lot of 18,000 put writing that has happened. We saw that yesterday. So it should definitely take support here, or maybe somewhere here at 18,000. So put positions on Nifty is something which we can avoid at least for tomorrow, because there is no point in taking an entry for just about 50 points, because here if you take a stop loss here, then it would be near about 1:1, and I don't prefer 1:1 risk reward. So put positions we can avoid in Nifty at least for tomorrow. And tomorrow again, if we do a big gap up in Nifty, say that again we are opening somewhere here, so tomorrow I would not say that wait for a red candle and if it closes below it then take an entry, because we cannot do that every day. Okay, so for Nifty, I think the best thing is, if it comes down and if you see that it is taking support here, then you can opt for a call buy, okay, with a small SL just about 20 points. Then it should at least go up till this place, which is around 18,150. So a good 100 points move. Apart from that, I don't see a favorable entry in Nifty at least for tomorrow, because it is closed at an important level. So we do not know if it is going to come down or if it is going to take support here and then go further up. So we can trade Bank Nifty tomorrow. I have given you the levels. Nifty will take a halt at least for tomorrow, and then we'll decide what kind of a trend Nifty is deciding, and then we'll take positions accordingly. So I hope you all understood the analysis for Nifty and Bank Nifty. Thank you for watching. Do like the videos, share the videos, subscribe to the channel, and also ask your friends and relatives to subscribe the channel so that I can bring more and more learning videos, and also the logic as to how I analyze the market in this way. So thank you for watching. Let's meet in another video. Take care. Bye bye.